Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Digimon Story Cybersleuth. The last time we did some side quests where we faced off against a Lilymon that was just a little too obsessed with a human and fought some Gaumon, I believe the name was, and they love boxing and they were flooding his site. This time, I think we're just going to continue on with the main story. There's nothing else for us to do except go to Nakano Underground. The client is the government. This is a case from the government. The door in the Nakano underpass has been unlocked. What waits on the other side? Alright, let's go see. I'll explain all the details. The client this time is the local government that takes care of the utilities for Nakano. Basically, it's a bureaucratic agency. Why are you so shocked? Of course, we specialize in the supernatural and complex cybercrimes, so we usually have a very specific clientele. But we cooperate very well with the Detective Matayoshi's police force, so they consider us to be a pretty good detective agency. So we've received a case from a public agency. Quite a rare event. This case was originally discussed by Detective Matayoshi within the government agency. It's a bit special. So Detective Matayoshi passed us down to the government agency like sort of his ace up his sleeve. And now it's our case. Got it? Good. The case is to unlock the gate in Nakano Underpass. It seems the gate is locked due to some electronic glitch and cannot be opened. What? You don't know about Nakano Underpass? It's a facility that houses the equipment used to provide Nakano's public utilities, such as power cables, water pipes, and so on. They are moving forward with a plan to improve the look of a city center above ground by housing the public utilities underground. Looks like the visible power cables and telephone poles are set to disappear in the not-too-distant future. Underneath Nakano, there is a vast complex of tunnels, so there are, of course, many entrances. One of the entrances is the place where the gate we need to unlock is. It is a password-protected electronic lock, but it seems some time ago it got locked for no reason, and no one has been able to open it since. They contacted the manufacturer, but they gave up. If it needs be, they will destroy the gate, but obviously that would incur serious costs. While the costs were discussed, a weird groaning sound was heard coming from the other side of the gate. It seems something strange is going on. The manufacturer had a bad feeling about it and didn't want to open the gate, but the government suspects criminal activity and called Matayoshi. Oh, I see. So then the buck passed to the Kuremi detective agency. Why am I talking now? Just talk all the time, my guy. What? Well, after all, we have the best people for the job if you want to access a place that is off bounds to most. This is actually a good opportunity. I've been wanting to investigate the rumors surrounding Nakano's underground system for a while. The gate in question has an electronic lock, so naturally there's a cyberspace inside of it. You're the only one who can break into the gate without destroying it. We've already received permission from the government to access the underpass. Alright then, shall we go find out what the real situation with this underground gate is? Where is a groaning voice coming from? What kind of a strange world lies beyond the gate? This is going to be so much fun. Why do you not talk there? My guy! Huh? It's an underground gateway, so there will just be an underground tunnel behind it, right? Have you ever heard of a stochastic process in quantum mechanics? I guess I should tell you about Schrodinger's cat. Bro, I'm like a high school kid. You want to talk to me about stochastic process in quantum mechanics? Jeez. Until we open that gate, we cannot know if we will find an underground tunnel or the void of space. Until you open that gate, the world is in a flux of overlapping possibilities, so just try to enjoy it. Let's go. The case is a simple matter of unlocking the gate, but what's behind that gate is your job to find that out. Girl, I think you're looking a little bit too much into it. At most, there's going to be like digital space down there. We should go underground. Like, do we like take the elevator? No. How do we get to the underground part then? Since they did say that we were allowed to go. Oh, there we go. Nakano Underpass. All the way there. All right, Nakano Underpass entrance. Looks completely normal to me. Is that the gate or just... Did you arrive at the underpass? The gate we need to unlock is inside. The control panel should be beside you. Do you see it? Connect, jump into it, and unlock the gate. Oh, okay. Sure. Let's go right on in. What happened? What? Connect jump isn't working? That's strange. It's an electronic lock, so there should be some kind of network inside of it. Perhaps it's just that you didn't activate the connect jump properly? Bro, I'm the one who does it. What do you think? Right. I think it's time I verified your ability to perform a connect jump. What do you mean verified? Raise your hand. Now, concentrate. Now what? That's it. Why are we just holding up my arm for this long? I feel like my arms would be dead by now. Several hours later. 100 years later! Oh no, we died from aging. What were you doing just now? Whatever you're doing, it seems like it's not working. Was I doing the cutaways myself? There we go. Oh no, it looks like I can't verify it. Well, it seems you can only connect jump if you feel disappointed. If I were to posit a theory as to how your connect jump works, your ability locates a digital wave, piggybacks on the target to a location digital space, and then enters it. It can be a network, a PC server, it doesn't matter what the target location is. If it has a digital space, then you should be able to access it. However, there seem to be certain limitations when interfering with the digital wave. In other words, when you can, you can, and when you can't, you can't. Wow, great, man. When we've determined is that you connected before by chance, even if there are specific reasons why you were able to each time. But simply, cause and effects are connected to the digital waves. Wait a second, how could you connect jump this time then? I don't have any proofs to support my answer, but... Perhaps there were others like you who tried and failed to open the lock and were disappointed? Yes, disappointment is definitely key. I've rambled on long enough. Please get this lock open as quickly as you can. Man, she yaps so much. Let's get going in here. Oh, it's a digital thing. Trivia, what historical figure created the Kamakura Shogunate, huh? I don't know. This is all Japanese trivia. And I do not know about that. Bodemon? Really? We're hanging out with Bodemon in here? Come on, man. Have something better for me in here. Man, I feel bad. We're messing around with like ultimate Digimon at this point, and they're sending out baby Digimon to us. We got an access point over there, but I don't think we need that. Let's just keep going. Oh, what is that thing? Some files. Yellow? Does that say yellow? I think it does say yellow. Let's go check it out. Oh, come on, man. Oh, at least it's Tentamon. So, they're not baby Digimon, they're just rookies. Not that they're really that much of trouble. They can just use normal attacks. Yeah, there's no need for me to bust out the good moves. Not when this isn't a thing. Good job, guys. Alright. Yellow. Hacking skill. Copy and paste. It copies the target's color data and temporarily saves it by pasting it on a colorless base. When correctly placed, the security will be dropped and you will be able to continue. Okay. However, we cannot move from area to area. Copy. Slurp. I've got some yellow inside of me. Oh, it's on top of me, actually. Did I get a little crown? I'm a Sims. Alright. Paste. Boing. Yellow. The door should be unlocked now. Let's head back and check. Okay. I want to go check here, though. Is there anything here? Nothing. Why have it? If this all really we needed to do? I mean, they got a lot of setup for just walk around, destroy tiny Digimon, copy-paste yellow. Man, I really hope that there's a little bit more to it than that. There better be actual empty space behind that door, just as Kyoko tried to imagine. I feel like she's just someone that yaps too much and has like a really big headcanon on how the world is supposed to work. Well, she's nice. She's harmless, I suppose. Man, it really is just Tentamon and Botamon in here. For how tough some of the other fights were, I say tough, but I won easily. Like, it's so weak for, like, main story missions. Alright, the exit is in sight. Let's get out there. Even though we were just ordered to open the gates, we're gonna go inside now. Let's check it out. It's digital space. Sounds like we have to deal with an eater. Oh boy, she's gonna have a field day with this one. It seems you've managed to unlock the gate. So thanks for that. It must have been easy for you, given your skill. Yeah. What? There's a bit of a labyrinth in the underground tunnel? What do you mean by a bit? Is there any sign of a Digimon or Eater in there? I see. It's strange just to see a small section of a labyrinth. I know I said we couldn't know what we would find, but I wasn't expecting that. I believe we have witnessed a special digital wave occurrence. It's as if it's some kind of current. I see. This is definitely a ley line. Oh, come on, you're gonna talk about ley lines now? Have you ever heard of ley lines before? There are many in Tokyo. They are also called dragon chains. Dragon signifies the undulating landscape, the hills and the mountains. The dragon chain is what we call the flow of a land's spirit. It is well known that Susei Tenkai, advisor to Ieyasu Tokugawa, turned Edo into a great feng shui city. It is said that he built a waterway and path to lead the chi from Mount Fuji and Tokyo Bay to Edo Castle. Of a particular note in this instance are Kaneji-ji, an Asakusa shrine to the northeast, and Zozoji and Hie Shrine to the southwest, all big religious institutions. In feng shui, those directions are thought to have drawn negative energy their way. The shrines hold big festivals to purge and expel that energy. And if you look at the lines that connect the Buddhist temples Kaneji and Zozojiji into the Shinto shrines Asakusa and Hie, you'll find they cross right inside the old Edo Castle, home to today's Tokyo's Imperial Palace. It's really quite fascinating to see. Nowadays, the waterways have been swapped out for rail lines, and radio towers dot the northeast and the southwest. You could say that we finished what the Tenkai started. Viewed from the eyes of current society, those rail lines and radio towers are artificial ley lines that supplement the old roads and waterways. Naturally, where you're standing on the ground constitutes another ley line running through Tokyo, too. Not just any ley line either. The one that's believed to emanate from Mount Fuji is supposed to run right through here. The man-made tunnel layered on top of it allows the digital waves to keep flowing in perpetuity. It's really a peculiar thing going down there. That's what's producing this quasi-labyrinth you're seeing before you. Knowing that, those weird voices that people are supposedly hearing belong to Digimon that are appearing as a result. I could go on for a while yet about this subject, but you at least get somewhat what I'm saying, right? I'm not just yapping. Haha, I'll take that to mean you understood it well enough then. At this point, your work is essentially done but we can't exactly just ignore this newfound discovery of yours either. Why don't you go a little further in and check it out for me? Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we leave this as it is, it's not gonna end well. If we just let the government discover Digimon like this in their own tunnel system, we're not gonna have such a good time. I don't even know where to go. I'm just gonna go right. I've got my Digimon here, so I'm assuming wild Digimon should appear at some point as well. Is that just closed off for good? I think so. I feel like I need to remember all this pathing here so I can come back to get all the chests. Let's just keep on going. For now, it's pretty quiet. I thought maybe walking through those little hologrammy things would show something. The tunnel keeps going on, you say. If it stays on course like that, you're going to end up in Roppongi, which would mean... You know, this reminds me of something else I've heard about before. Oh man, you really just can't go on, huh? As I mentioned before, Tokyo's ley lines stem from Mount Fuji, which is of course not at all a coincidence given that it's a sacred place. And that energy takes the old highway like the Koshukaido. Pardon me, I'm just gonna use my normal voice. And the Tokaido to get to Tokyo from Mount Fuji. That energy ends up with underground waterways going along the highways that carry Mount Fuji's snowmelts to Tokyo, flowing into the city together. One theory holds that the first place where the water appears above ground after reaching Tokyo happens to be where else but Nakano. To put it simply, all the ley lines that flow throughout the Tokyo could well be coming out of our own stomping grounds, believe it or not. Wouldn't that be amazing to think about if that turned out to be true? Okay, I suppose. Hey, big room. Stop right there. Don't go any farther. You're standing at the border of the municipality. Go any farther and you'll be in central government territory. That's a hive we'd best not poke. Color me intrigued, though. That is a hell of a thing to stumble into just walking around inside that tunnel. We aren't prepared just yet to pick that sort of fight. There's still too much we don't know. This little tangent of ours has gone on long enough, I think. Head back the way you came and regroup at the office. How does she... I guess she's tracking my location to see... whatchamacallit, where we were. Though it's not as strong as we're used to, that tunnel is causing a digital shift. We should probably keep it locked up like before, after all. I have no idea how I'm going to go displaying this all to our clients. No matter how you spin it, it's probably a lot to take in. I wouldn't be surprised if we come away looking even sketchier than we already do. Let's just let Detective Masayoshi deal with it. Some jobs are just best left to others. You're curious what exactly was actually beyond where you stopped. That makes two of us, believe me. Actually, while you were on your way back, I decided to look into it a little bit. Apparently, what you found was a Kamashiro research lab of all things. Oh, don't be dense. I told you that area is under jurisdiction of the central government. That's not the sort of place you want to wander into for fun. If nothing else, it indicates that Kamashiro and the government have a tighter relationship than what we previously suspected. Going after Kamashiro could well mean that we'd also be ruffling the government's feathers. That's why we can't be hasty right now. We'll do what we can to prepare and cross that bridge when we come to it. This is just a guess on my end, but I imagine it was Kamashiro that changed the password on the door and rendered it impossible to get open. They probably weren't counting on us being able to actually break in and snoop around. Knowing that, it could well serve as our ace in the hole later when the time does come to confront them, hopefully unawares. But again, let's not worry about hashing out the details until we have to, and just be grateful that we have that up the sleeve if need be. On that note, I realize this case is technically closed, but what do you say about heading over to Roppongi for me one more time? I don't mean on official business. Rather, I'm keen on doing a little independent intelligence gathering for our own internal use. Surely you're interested in knowing why Kamashiro has built a research lab underneath the Metropolitan office, don't you? So how about you just walk on through the front door there and see what you can find? Sound good? I guess we're just going to walk through the front door. Hey, bring me something good next time. Okay. Pinky swear. I suppose we'll just go there then and see what we can find out by just asking questions. You'll be surprised to what you can find out by just walking in and just being like, hey, I'm curious. There we are. Oh, are you here for a tour of the lobby? Please come on inside. You must be confused. Let me explain. Construction on this metropolitan office isn't entirely complete as of yet. Well, it was at one point, until a major firm came in and decided the upper floors merited additional construction. As such, while that's going on, the lobby here remains free and open to the public to visit. Okay, cool. Did you make it inside the metropolitan office? Alright, I get you. So they're alright with you hanging out around the lobby. Well, that makes our work a little easier then. Go on in. All you need at this point is a terminal somewhere so you can infiltrate their systems. Piece of cake at this stage, I'd say. So once you find the terminal, slip on in and work your magic like always. I wish I was there to see it myself. Seems like quite the sight. It reminds me of the Tower of Babel in a way. Really? The Tower of Babel? The Metropolitan Office is the Tower of Babel? Yeah, you are starting to ramble again. Goodbye, Kyoko. I'm gonna go in and do my job. Please just remain calm back there. Oh, there's a lot of people in here. A new city hall in Roppongi. Wouldn't have expected that in my wildest dreams. Okay. Seems like anything can happen with Kamashiro backing it. Not that I should expect any less from a company like that. These people are all just hanging out here? Are they ever going to finish the office? Must be those tax parasites again. Okay, jeez. It's not complete yet, but in the meantime, all are invited to take advantage of the forums. Okay, cool. Anyone else wanna chat? Yay, yay! It's so big! What's all this space for? I don't know what all this space is for, but it really is quite big. There's also no one at work here. I know this is supposed to be an office. So where are all the people working? They got the chairs and such. Oh well, whatever. Let's just go in. There's a small digital shift happening here. Excuse me. Is something wrong out there? Oh, you found the terminal that's digital shifting a little? If this shift is weak, while still prominent enough for you to notice, it could be a sign that this place will turn into a labyrinth later on. Well, for now, try connect jumping into it. We have no idea what's... excuse me. We have no idea what could be inside there, so stay on your feet, alright? Well, we went in there just easy. Okay. Well, let's go take a little look around and see what we can find, huh? I think this is... Oh no, it's just a way to go up. Patamon and Agumon. What's up, little boys? Bam! Just regular smacks are good enough for these guys. There you go. Alright, Black King Numamon. Smack that Patamon. Got him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, let's go up. See what we can find. It's an eater. Okay. I'm gonna go kick its butt. Bring it on, eater. Is it really? Oh, okay. I thought it was wild Digimon. Observing. You can observe all you want. Observe my blue flare breath. Brrr. Death down. Go for ambush crunch. There. And you, dark pupil poopy attack. Spirit crash. 15 damage. Oh my god, guys. I don't mind playing easy games or games on easy mode, but this is really just a little bit too easy. Let me just skill it up. Ambush crunch. Chompy chompy chomps. Delicious. Ho! 2 turns. Another spirit crash. Wow, 7 damage. Data's converging. Amazing. You care. Bah. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Good job, guys. We defeated the Eater. Got a couple level ups too. Ocean Wave. Nice. So you found an Eater inside there after all. But you couldn't find any other evidence of note? You're not seeing the forest for the trees here, friendly. The fact that there was an Eater inside of the terminal at all is big evidence in and of itself. Regardless, let's call it a day here. Get on back to the office now. There was probably hard work going all over the place today, but thanks to you, I think I'm starting to piece it all together now. While you were out and about, I decided to measure the digital waves coming out of the building. And I found out that the Metropolitan Office is itself one big digital wave force field. From what I can tell, energy is flowing straight into the Metropolitan Office via the ley lines inside Nakano Underpass. So that underground lab Kamashiro has beneath the building is probably controlling the energy flow. You remember what I said about ley lines when you were inside the tunnel, don't you? There are two things at play here. The natural energy flow from the Earth along the ley lines, and the digital wave emanating from a sea of electrons. If you can make a massive structure like the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office a hub for those two things, then you can manipulate their flow. Why do they need to do it that way? Well, for one, digital waves might be invisible to the naked eye, but they have a mass and therefore require a vessel. And the bigger the vessel is that contains those waves, the more energy you can build up. It probably also explains the new construction going on, as more space would mean much more energy Kamashiro could stockpile. The extra energy would then go on to impact the office beyond the facility, hence the digital shift you ran into in the lobby. And with any good digital shift comes an Eater. Of course, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that place goes labyrinthine eventually. But we don't have to be concerned about that threat anymore now that you've cleaned the joint up. On the other end, it is worrying in its own way that things resolve so cleanly this time. The fact that digital waves can be concentrated in such small quantities to attract individual Eaters and produce a micro-labyrinth is scary. If you hadn't been there, it might well not have been caught on until much later. The whole thing doesn't sit well with me at all. This case has taught us that there's technology that can mostly suppress large amounts of digital waves as they're built up and placed wherever. The deliberate and calculated nature of it all indicates that somebody's got big plans in the works, suffice it to say. This, of course, calls for more investigating. We need to figure out how long this has all been going on for, and just what exactly it's for. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we move forward, friendly. We're onto something here, I know it. Alright, I guess that investigation is complete. Let me just turn that in real quick. My sleuth rank went up! I'm now an almost Cybersleuth. Amazing. Your drive is really admirable. Keep it up. One way or another, we'll definitely deal with Kamashiro when the time is right. For now, though, I think we should quickly check and see if I don't have like an option set on where it's set on easy. Like, come on, it's been too easy. Battle difficulty normal. It's all normal. I guess I can go on hard. I really haven't had any chances for it to be like, ugh. I'm just gonna quickly go and see if there's any merits to playing on hard difficulty, because I dislike it when there's no merit to doing so. Let's see. Digimon Story Cybersleuth Hard Mode Guide? Let me just not use guide. What is hard mode for? Let's see. Enemies gain increased attack and HP, so yes, they are harder to kill and necessary to enjoy the game. A substantial amount of increased health and damage for enemy. In return, you get more money and increased item drop rate. Really? Okay. Someone says here, They are multiplied in a vacuum rather than scaled variably, meaning certain fights become obscenely difficult. You can end up never getting another turn on certain bosses just for making one mistake, or failing to land the unnecessary amount of damage. They get a lot faster too. For the most of the game, hard made it a lot more enjoyable when it got to some big things. Oh boy, my first battle against those things. I have a whole team of 11 with 100 ABI, fully trained, level 99, all final evolution. He killed my entire team before the first turn came. The entire team? What? You know, I think I'm kind of to put it in hard. Just to see how it goes. And if we get into the late game, we can always turn it back. But I feel like this is going to be a little bit more enjoyable. For now, though, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you again here next time for some more Digimon Story Cybersleuth on hard mode. But until then, bye-bye!